get with you, baby, tonight. I don't wanna love, I don't wanna fight. I don't wanna have to tell you all the things I know. I don't wanna stay, but I don't wanna go. I don't wanna be the lover in your arms. I don't wanna be the one to keep you from home. I don't wanna be the crooked person in your heart. I don't wanna start, but I don't wanna start. Part-time lover, how we suffer now. And I don't wanna waste no more of your precious time. I don't wanna say that everything will be fine. I don't wanna feel your tears on my skin. I'm a coward, baby, don't let me in. Part-time lover, how we suffer now. So I don't wanna sit in and get with you, baby, tonight. I don't wanna love, I don't wanna fight. I don't wanna have to tell you all the things I know. I don't wanna stay, but I don't wanna go. Wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of war. There is no sickness, toil nor danger in that bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my mother. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going. Oh,
Good day. This is Thumbs United doing a late night stream, a short one. I forgot to do some editing for the VR project, so we're going to do that real quick on all 4 episodes, and then we are going to start working on the 4K episodes. It looks like there's just going to be 2 episodes in 4K. The total amount of photography is about 40 minutes of 40 minutes of photography, so that's all we have to work with, which is fine. It's already like 9 episodes long, so now it's going to be 11. So here we go. First thing I'm going to do is post the links in the chat. I always forget. I've been really good at doing it the past 3 or 4 streams, but I'm so excited to get started that I just forgot. Almost done. Almost done. So I fixed that PC, and it boots reliably and everything, so I fixed as much as I could. It's still technically not reliable. I mean, it boots up and it gets out of the BIOS and actually loads the BIOS now, and that's thanks to the new RAM I gave it. I stole some RAM from another computer, and it's much happier with that. So that's what I thought happened. What was that? It was that was just the RAM it had was bad. So I fixed that, but unfortunately the hard drive is it's kind of toast. So this is pretty much what we're going to be doing, and make this a little bit bigger, so I have more room to work. As I'm just adding this transition. Yeah, we're just going to be adding this transition. You know what? We're just going to do a whole bunch of them. Just get them in their general location. And this is just adding a fade to black. I was always planning on adding this, but I forgot to do it while we streamed. So we have to go through and do it for each project, which there are 4 of. But it should not take us a long time. Okay. I leave the beginning and end open. So we did the first 2. So the main problem with that Linux box was the RAM. But now that it boots successfully, I'm past the BIOS screen. Its new problem is that the hard drive is faulty, which is why I had it kind of not in use. It's an 80 gigabyte hard drive. I got it from this one company that makes kind of computers, like wholesale computers. So you can buy like one, or you can buy one, or you can buy a whole bunch, and they assemble it for free. But I ordered essentially, and you can do custom PCs, and so I ordered this custom PC because I wanted like a demo unit for my render engine. I was getting tired of building them all by hand, so I wanted something that, you know, I could just save up for and then purchase instead of having to buy all the parts and do everything that way. So I went to this company, and the first problem they had was I ordered it and my payment went through, but then they called me up and they're like, we don't have a power supply, because that was the whole deal with the one I was ordering, was that a power supply was included, so that's why it was a good price. And it was supposed to be like a 400 watt power supply. So they're like, we don't have a power supply, would you like to buy one? And I said no, and they're like, well, we have this other power supply, but it's not rated for your system. And I was like, well, I'll take the free one. And the guy got really huffy at me, and he's like, well, it's not going to work with your PC, but if that's what you want, that's what you do. And it's just like, you're literally telling me that your part is out of stock and you're trying to get me to buy an upgrade. It's really kind of not good. And the only reason why I still use them, well, no, the only reason why I use them was because I used them before for just spare parts. And the spare part price is pretty good. So we don't have that many more to do. Anyway, so the computer came. I got some adapters. It's essentially an older power supply. It's like 250 watts. And it doesn't, like, the connection to the motherboard, it doesn't come with a 24 pin. It came with a 20 pin. And so there were a lot of problems like that, so I had to get a lot of adapters. And anyway, so the hard drive it came with was an 80 gigabyte drive, which is fine, that's what I ordered. I think that was included too. And I've always had problems with that hard drive, so I set it aside and used a different one, but it looks like it still doesn't work, which, surprised it wouldn't work better now that it's, you know, kind of pulled out of storage. So I should just throw it away. because of, I mean, like, it really doesn't work. I tried everything with this Linux install. I tried partitioning it differently. So instead of using the whole disk, I would tell it, only use the front half of this disk, and then the rest is just a partition you never use. So I tried partitioning it that way. Oh my goodness, we missed one. This is why we double check. Okay, and it's gonna seem funny, but it fades to black there. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to change these all to alpha over. I wondered why it was doing that flicker thing. We might have to. It's just because I duplicated it a bunch of times that we have to do this. I'm changing them one at a time. For the next project, I'll change it before I duplicate everything. And so what I'm going to do is I have an old laptop hard drive. I'll wipe that and then put it in this Linux box, and if that works, it's going to be like exponentially more reliable. And like, I tested booting this this Linux box, like just rebooting over and over, because I wanted to make sure before I screwed the case on that it worked, because there were so many times when it would half work, and then I put the case back together and put it on, and then it just doesn't boot, so then I had to take everything apart. We might not get to the 4K editing tonight. I've been trying to start this stream since, well, really since 10, and it's just problem after problem. I'm starting to get a cold, so I was like, oh, I have to eat before I can take kind of, it's these lozenges at zinc. It's like, I don't want that to affect my food, so I made a quesadilla. The quesadilla didn't cook long enough, so I had to cook it again. And then, I mean, it was good, but I'm already hungry. But that was at like 9:45. And then again, I was working on the Linux box, installing Linux and everything, trying to figure out, where this bad sector is on the hard drive. And I thought I found it because it was working a lot better, but the hard drive's still crashing. So that's a problem, but I'll fix it tomorrow. So hold on, I'm gonna open up the next one. Okay, this is our architecture one. And I'm going to change this to alpha over. And I'll show you. This is the photo. And then it's not working. There we go. So it fades to black, then fades back. And it does it over, it's 180 frames. So that's 6 seconds. Oh. And I looked at the footage before, not the footage, I uploaded some of the VR photographs just to double check them onto my smartphone. And it works, it's really good. It's 180 degrees, it looks fine. There's not that much distortion, if any. And I'm really excited to view the 3D VR, but that's gonna come a little later. I'm gonna wait till I render these projects to look at the VR in 3D. We're just getting these transitions into kind of roughly the right spot. And like, there's not that many photographs. Each photo is spaced out between it's 40 seconds long. So that's why there's so little amounts that we have to do these transitions for. And just lining them up. There we go. I want to go back and double check this one. Something looked off about it. There we go. I want to get as much correct as I can, so that all I have to worry about is the voiceover. I'm gonna do test renders of everything kind of all this week. And then what I'm doing is there's 3 keyframes in this fade to black, and so it goes from not faded, not black, transitions to completely black, and then transitions back to not faded at all, no black. And so the keyframe is in the exact center, and that's when it's completely black. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to the center keyframe and then manually aligning it with the change in the photo change. That was it. Okay, and we're halfway done. So we might just look at the 4K one. We might get to it. I want to get in bed. Well, I want to end the stream by 2:40. So however far we get by 2:40, that's where we're gonna call it quits. I'm going to open up the next one now. So hold on. We're going to do alpha over first. Okay, so it works. And I'm going to erase this so I can see more of what I'm doing. Oh, and so I was kind of talking about I viewed this in just in 2D, but in VR, and then it looks really good. I'm really happy with the distortion that it was fixed and how it's projected onto the inside of the sphere. So that is a relief because it took 2 days. Well, yeah, 2 days for to render the left eye and then the right eye into the VR format. Like the computer was working as hard as it could. The computer that was working on it is a 6-core, and it has 8 gigs, and it was using all 8 gigs, which is rare. Usually the only time it uses all 8 is when I'm doing animation, like 3D animation. Video editing doesn't take that much RAM. It takes processing power to do the frames. So it was, it has to compute the whole image, and so that's kind of why it took so long. But I was really glad that I added in the multi-threading, because it would have taken so long if it was going to do it one by one. Instead it was doing the VR photo 20 photos at a time. I'm about halfway done. And this is like the third one, so I only have one more to do. So I think we'll definitely get to sorting the photos for VR, but we're not going to get to animating, and we don't have to color grade it because the photos are already color graded in Lightroom, because they're taken in RAW, and Lightroom is really the best. Lightroom and Photoshop are the best way to edit RAW photos. Okay, we are done. Save it like crazy. Then we have one more to do. I'll bring it up in just a second. I'm having technical difficulties. I mean, that's not a problem. Okay. There we go. We're just going to make sure it works. And it does. So we're just going to raise this like we did all the other ones. Now we get to work. Get back to work. I think this is one of the longer ones. Once you get to the end, we'll see how long it is. But already there's been a lot of photographs. VR photographs. Yeah, this is the longest one. This is 20 minutes. And this one is just called Botanical. But now that I have kind of workflow, it should go much faster. We're about a quarter of the way in. I'm starting to make some mistakes, mainly because I'm getting tired. Usually I'm tired right before I stream, but then the second I start, it kind of goes away. Not this time. I'm trying to get my sleep schedule back to normal, so I woke up earlier today. And I'm starting to feel it. For the past week I've been streaming till like 2 or 3 in the morning. Sometimes even 4 in the morning. And it's nice to do, but I have other things I have to do during the actual day. So that's why I have to change my sleep schedule back to daylight hours. They're like suspiciously close to being what they need to be. Only a few more to go. We're about 3/4 of the way through, and then we'll start working on the 4K stuff, which is just photographs, no 4K video. do, do. I was able to do some gardening today, which was good. We have a rule, and it's not really like an official rule, but no power tools on the weekends. So I was just, sitting in the grass pulling these weeds and everything. Not in the grass, but I had it's like a little scooter you sit on, and it is so helpful. Like I have been just weeding sitting on my knees, and so what I'm doing is I'm getting the weeds out of rocks, and I have to sit on the cement, and that just kills your knees. Kills it. And then they fall asleep, and it's really painful. And so I finally found this, it's like a seat slash hold your tools, and it's on wheels that you sit on. And so I went through the garage looking for that, and I found it, and I've been using that. There was some reason why I stopped using it. I don't remember why though, but it was so much more comfortable. Oh man, we're supposed to be quitting now, but we're not. I'm going to open the next one. We're going into the 4K, and we're just going to organize the photographs. We're not going to do any editing. Okay, here we go. And I will make this bigger so everyone can see. There we go. And so they might kind of be already in order. Just because it's in a chronological. Oh no, they're not. So we're gonna have to do some sorting. So we're gonna get everything with trees. These trees don't count because they're indoors. Okay, so we can get all these together. These are all our photos of either forest or just generic trees. So now we're going to go through and I'm going to do topiaries next. Yes. Go into till we find our topiaries. And here they are. I think everything else is in order. So the way I want to do it, we're going to go there, there. That's not even the right one. I'm going to, if I can ever select this and get it out of the way. We're going to that one, that one. And we're going to put this in between. So there, 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 and there. That's just all indoor. I'll just separate this from the lily pads. Yep. And we're back at the lily pads. Put that over there. Scoot these closer. And this is all the greenhouse, and I'm going to move the bonsais. They're kind of their own section. Okay, so this is going to go in front of these. Okay, so I kind of see how it's going to go down. More like we're done. So we're going to start off with the botanical. And then we're going to go topiaries. Topiaries to, we'll do lily pads. So that kind of goes together. Strange structures with kind of strange water structures. And then we'll go forest and trees to greenhouse. Well, you know what? That's a lie. We will go from bonsais to forest to greenhouse. And then from greenhouse we just go to flowers. So that's it. So it is 40 minutes, and then Let's see. Yeah, this looks like it's... Oh. Okay, I'm gonna just so that's the first episode. Little over 21 minutes. And then 23. That's another 20 minutes exactly. So that's the 2 episodes. And we'll animate that tomorrow. And again, we don't have to do the color grading. So I'll split this up into 2 projects. And then we will animate this one, animate both projects tomorrow. I'll probably do one project in the morning and one project in the evening. And then the edits are all locked. And I start the rendering process, and then I have to write the scripts. I think there's 11 episodes, and each one's 20 minutes. I'll bust out the calculator. So, a minute of speech is 150 words times 20. So I have to write 3,000 words per episode times 11. So I have to write like 33,000 words for the whole project, which sounds like a lot, but it's not really. I can sneeze out 250 words. I always have to push myself a little bit harder to get to that 3,000, but it's very easy for me to write, 2,500 words. So thanks for tuning in. This is for Flotations, but this has been Thumbs United. I'm going to do another creative stream tomorrow, and that will probably be the last creative stream of Project Park. And then Monday, we will, if everything goes well, we'll be going back to the New York project, and we're going to continue off editing the 4K video and 4K photos for that series. But I mean, the series is huge. I don't even know what the final count is going to be for episodes, but there's over 700 VR photographs, so that might end up being like let's do the math. Okay, 700 times 40 divided by 60 divided by 20. So the VR just alone is going to be like 23 episodes. And I think there's like 12 4K episodes. And there's also a few that are in 3D. So we're going to be working on the New York project for a long time. Probably until September. And that's with me doing extra creative days, extra in terms of Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Usually I take Monday off, but I have so much to do I can't. So I want to thank everyone for coming in. Monday, like I said, we're doing the New York project, back to the New York project. And then tomorrow we are going to be doing the animation for this. And thanks for coming out. See you tomorrow. I'll probably stream sometime between 11 and 1 p.m. 11 in the morning to 1 p.m. I'll start. and then sometime between 9 and 11. I'll do better to start tomorrow, mainly because I know what I have to do to fix that other computer, so it's not going to be a big headache like it was today. A big headache. So thanks for tuning in. I will see everyone tomorrow.